Welcome to the Friends in Film podcast. My name is Janet Urban. I've been teaching Friends in Film for 15 years. I show people how to get into the film industry and work, how to become a professional. What you're going to learn from me is all the inside, unspoken stuff that you will not hear anywhere. Even if you've been doing background on film sets, you will not hear how to actually get inside and excel to these top positions in the film industry. As a director, as a DP, as a producer, as an actor. What you're going to learn here is all the stuff that film school doesn't teach you, that you need to know if you want to actually excel to the highest levels. See, we think that the film industry is so hard and that it's going to take us a long time to get to where we want to be. But what it actually is a bunch of small steps that you do that get you on film sets, that get you learning your craft and getting good at your craft and getting opportunities to do your craft so that you do it consistently and get called for it every single week. So come work with us with Friends in Film. You've taken the first step by listening to this podcast, and I look forward to enlightening you everything that you need to know about working in the professional film industry. You know, I've been teaching Friends in Film for 15 years now. It started with just helping people on set. See, I didn't have any connections when I first decided that I wanted to work in the industry. I didn't know, I'm from Wisconsin. I only knew sales, but I knew I hated sales. And I just wanted an exciting life. So I felt like a creative person trapped in a life that wasn't me. And I could see the future. And I'm like, definitely, that's not what I should be doing. Like, I don't want to live that life. But it was really like, well, what kind of life and how can I actually create the life that I want? Because I think that one of my main purposes with you guys is to show you a new pathway of a life that you can have that you won't see around you anywhere, and that you might know if you went to film school and acting school, a lot of people striving for it, but you won't see very many people living it. And the reason is it is hard to get into. As far as like getting to the levels that I'm at, like where you're making like at least $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 and you're working on, narrative TV, Disney, Netflix. But that is, in my opinion, what you should strive for. Like, it's easy for you guys to fall into, because you can find this kind of work, the student films and the low budget music videos and the very low budget or no budget indie stuff that they put on Facebook and even on Staff Me Up. It's easy for you guys to find that stuff and then stay busy with it. That's just like how it was for me when I started. I started with ENG. That's electronic news gathering. So that's basically doing interviews and doing like press junkets. Yeah, it's professional. Like, I'm making like anywhere from $250 to $500 per day. So that's professional. That's already different than, the student films and the passion projects. But you can get caught in traps in all of these areas if you don't stay focused on where you want to go. And I've really now, I've kind of been on an evolution here with Friends in Film. I've been wanting for you guys to just get your hands on the gear and start working. But then I realized, start doing the passion projects and start, like directing stuff and getting out there. But then I realized is that you'll get comfortable there and you'll think that you're making progress. And the goal is always Netflix and Disney, and it'll seem so hard because you got caught in the lower level stuff that now you're comfortable with, that now you're used to getting those jobs and getting called for those jobs and even getting paid for those jobs, $100, maybe even $200 a day. And you've got people that are calling you for it, like to do sound or camera or lighting or, second camera or whatever, wardrobe. And you'll think that you're working your way up, but you really got stuck. You really got trapped because all your connections are with people that are trying to get in the business themselves. When I'm home in my house, I'm kind of like, well, that's amazing that they're doing that. But then I get on these sets like yesterday and I'm like, no, I cannot. I got to get this message out there because they want to be here. They don't know it, but you guys want to be on these big sets because that's what really a career is. Like, that's the actualization of the career, is to be around people at this level that are doing this level of mastery for filmmaking. I just worked with Rodrigo Prieto. Darling. I've worked with him before. I've worked with him actually many times. So Rodrigo worked with, when he started off, people that were more experienced than him, maybe 10 or 15 years. So here's the, perfect example of that. This is what I did as well when I started, I sought out people that really knew these commercial sets because I had only come from documentary. So when you work with experience, you pick up so much more, and it's all of the small little details, like how you say things, the words you use, the right language, and saying it like within very short periods of time. Like, this is at the professional level, it's very counterintuitive. Like, it's like people are so nice. At the same time, every single minute, it's like $2,500. So, and then also everybody expects, there's a level of expectation of how you communicate on set and how you are on set and your vibe on set, a way that they are determining whether you're good or not good. And this has to be learned. And that's why yesterday when I was on set, I'm like, everybody here has to really make the push to go on the professional sets. Now, I know that maybe you guys are all like, well, yeah, we're totally on board on that. But I find producers, DPs, directors that are doing music videos, shooting their shorts, doing their passion projects, and like, no, well, I just want to stay there and hope that one of these directors is going to make it big, or one of these projects is going to go somewhere, and then I'll be propelled into that world. And that's where I'm going to put my foot down for your good, because that's not going to happen. First of all, shorts, passion projects, music videos, the small little ones, they don't typically go anywhere. The level of professionalism it's more like practice. So you can do those. I want you to do those. But you have to, at the same time, be on these big professional sets to get that exposure, to get around people like Rodrigo. Like, boom, your first set could be working with Rodrigo. That's what it's it. That's what it is. It's like call time, you show up, and you're like, holy shit. And you're just there, and you're on the vibe, and it fills in all of the soft areas that are like, okay, that's how you talk, that's how you move, that's how you set up, what's coming up next. Oh, that's how you anticipate. So you will get so good. And then you also do your projects on the side. And the reason why you do your projects on the side is for you to have something to talk about, something to be working on that the professional projects is feeding. So it's sort of like you get a lot of exposure to professional world. So the big push is there. And then you do the passion projects and you work on the smaller stuff. Now, those people that you're working with there will think that they've made it and they're professionals, but they're not. They are wanting to become professionals. And that's why they're doing these projects. That's great. That's fine. Well, we use that work, though, all for your knowledge for the professional stuff. So the push is going to be all professional. If you're on these sets and you're also working on your music video, you've got stuff that you can talk to with the gaffer. Like, hey, I've got this scene that I'm setting up. I've only got these 3 lights, and I'm shooting in a garage. And he's going to be like, where are you shooting in a garage? Okay, how many talents is it? Oh, what's the action of it? Oh, what's the scene? What's your schedule? Let me see the schedule. They will help you. And then what you're doing is you're finding a professional mentor on a film set. Sometimes people are like, have the concern of like, I see myself as a DP. I don't want to work in production. I don't want to work as a director's assistant. I don't want to work as a camera PA. I'm already a DP. And I'm like, okay, you're already a DP. Come in with that DP energy and work on the frickin' as a camera PA. They're going to see it. You're not losing any of your own ego and perspective. It's there. Own it and do whatever job. I know producers that are executive producers and producers, and if they want to go into a new sector, they want to meet new people, what do? They go on set and they PA. They're like, here I am. What needs to be done? Let's get it going. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. And they own it. And everybody's like, who the hell are you? And they're like, oh, I'm actually a producer. I do this kind of work. And they're like, I'm here because I want to meet new people. And everybody's like, oh, I love you. Boom, straight up the ladder. So you have to get inside on these sets. You're not going to get discovered from the outside. People are trying to get discovered from the outside. And then you're in a trap. And 5 years pass. You could have made $100,000 in the film industry each of those years. Okay, you could have made $500,000. Instead, you made a couple $1,000s and worked in 9 to 5 or a job that you don't want, and then making it seem so hard in your head, like I got to get discovered to get in the film industry. So much disappointment during that time. And so much like you make it so hard because it's like, I got to get discovered to get in the business. That's so hard. Let's just go get in the business. What does it mean for you to have it not be real in your head now? That means you slow down and procrastinate and don't believe. So we don't want that. We want to be like, we got to make it real right now. What's the difference if it's real and if it's not real? It's only our thinking. So let's just change our thinking to be like, oh, this is what I'm doing with my life. That's how I think about it. That's how you think about it. It's like, no, no, no. It's not like, oh, I hope I make it. I hope I have a good year. I hope 2024 turns out. No, no, no. This is what I'm doing with my life. There's no question. So we make it part of our identity. So all your strength and confidence comes with your thinking, with your thoughts. So you choose thoughts, thinking that propels you there. Where do you live? Where do you live? Where are you? And what do you want to do in the business?
I live in Canada. I'm in Penticton in British Columbia. It's about 4.5 hours from Vancouver. So it's close enough to one of the biggest hubs here up in the north.
You got to go to
Yeah.
Vancouver right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, I've been progressively moving closer to Vancouver. I lived in Calgary, and then I moved to Vancouver Island, and now I'm just like 4.5 hours. So I'm doing like this balance of trying to figure out kind of like my career. I'm a woodworker by trade. I make
Cool.
like cabinets. And when I was in Vancouver Island, part of my training was to do a microcredit on set dressing.
So what do you think
Yeah,
is the biggest thing that's holding you back from moving
you know
to
what? Let's
Vancouver?
get to the point for sure. I think unions. I think not being part of the call sheet for unions.
Okay, let me
And
stop you
and I
right
feel it's
there.
kind of like
Let me
the
stop you right
egg
there.
and the hen.
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah,
All you need to do is get on some shoots so that you can qualify and get into the union. So you first have to get on shoots. So
paid
we're worried.
shoots.
Yeah, paid shoots. You can do that. I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah. Tell
everybody
me
here
how.
is like worried about unions. Think about unions. This comes later. This comes like maybe in 6 months to a year or more, depending on where you live. And unions are
Hmm.
big in Canada. So, I mean, yeah, you need unions, but you can just get shoots.
Hmm.
That's how you get into the union is you have to be on shoots because you have to work, have your name in the call sheet, show your paycheck stub, and qualify to join the union. So you have to start that process.
Hmm.
My plan for you would be for you to, I would do craft certification right now where you live. I would get brand ambassador work coming in and some of these other things just to start getting like, and to keep your woodworking going. Keep that amazing work. That's high money. And I know it's very consuming. But obviously
Hmm.
that's great to do. And I would keep that when you go to Vancouver too. Build up your clients there because it's freelance and you can work your schedule. My boom operator is a interior designer. She's freelance. She's juggling
Hmm.
a lot. When she's on set, she's also juggling her clients. So you can do that.
I'm
There,
part of a lot of like Facebook groups as well that kind of like, send out uh in films or student films. So
yeah,
there's like a lot of that happening.
yeah.
But I'm not able to get onto like the ones that are paid. I feel like those are very scarce
Well, I
right
know they're
now.
not on Facebook. This is the professional work. So yeah, that's everybody here's problem. That's what I started off today talking about was that, hey, we can
Hmm.
find the student films and the passion projects and the low budget stuff, but
Totally.
we have to
Yeah.
get into the professional work. For you, you got
Hmm.
mad skills. You get on set
Hmm.
like as a production assistant and you're like, yeah, I'm actually a set dresser, I'm a carpenter. The art department is
Hmm.
going to suck you in. They're going to plus your personality is just it's like film. It's like perfect. It's just like calm, quiet, what needs to get done,
Hmm.
thinking ahead. Just I need to go here, get that, bring this over. Oh, he'd probably appreciate this. I mean, it's it's done. But you can start off with this program where you live right now so that you start building yourself up a little bit. And then when you move to Vancouver, you're already like, yeah, I'm
Hmm.
working as a freelancer. I work as a woodworker. I've been doing these kind of things already. Do the get on shoots method in Vancouver. You'll get on shoots. They're going to be the lower budget stuff. And then from there, you're going to
Hmm.
use that to get into, you're going to get your qualifications for the union and you're going to get into professional work. It's a little different how everybody
And
gets in, but it works.
one of the biggest things that I've noticed, and that you talk about a lot, is the networking and the connections.
You will make a magic list of all the professionals, all of them, but you will not contact them because they don't want to be contacted by millions of people. And how it works in the film industry, it's word of mouth. And somebody refers you, and that's how you meet new people, or you meet them on set already. One of the biggest mistakes that everybody makes is by pestering professionals. When they don't know you, that's reaching out cold. Don't do that. Do it like how professionals do it. That's through shoots. It shows you how to get into a word of mouth business by doing it all the way that the film industry actually works so that you don't get blacklisted. Because that's another thing. Like you can be an amazing person,
Mhm.
just perfect for the film industry. You can get blacklisted because you just don't know any better. You have to live this and do it with me and experience it with me and grow. Because what you learn the first month is just making money, becoming a freelancer, and that
Mhm.
mentality. You're making money actually the very first month. The second month, now you're starting to learn the industry around you. So your magic list would be your area where you live right now, as well as Vancouver. You do two magic lists.
Mhm.
And then from there, we go into month 3, which is the get on shoots method. Now we start building up credits and experience and putting more of that on our resume. People, companies, consistent work. The 3 things that make people comfortable in hiring you. All right, we went over your 5 minutes, but I think it was helpful for everybody.
Awesome, though. Super helpful. Yeah, I hope that that it was for everyone.
Hello,
Hi,
where are you?
everybody.
Where do you live? Where are you?
I'm in London.
You're in London. Are you an actor or
Yes,
a
I'm in
filmmaker?
London. Actor and writer.
And
But
writer.
this is the thing, I am starting. I'm not. I last acted when I was a teenager. I've actually, yeah, decided to just, as you were saying, go for your dream, and not leave this planet not having tried. So
Ooh,
mine is starting, which is scary. So I have no baseline or anything. And that's one of the things that I was really eager to talk to you about because, I don't know everybody's kind of professional background, but you might have done some work and be in the industry. Whereas for me, I'm literally staring Colin in the face and going, oh my God, where do I start?
yeah, like
So that's where
everybody.
I
It's
am.
okay. It's all right. It doesn't even matter. You're a creative person that is a writer, that your brain is just filled with ideas and thoughts and performances and creative. Like this is who you are. So all you need to do is follow what I'm teaching you guys. Just do it and let's get to work in London. There's so much work there. It doesn't matter. It's not scary. It's just what you need to do. It's what you're doing with your life. So
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big
what's the
decision.
biggest challenge in your mind?
My biggest challenge was that it was just getting started, like what to do next. I've got a background in sales and HR, and I've basically quit my job. So from the 1st of January, I will completely and utterly be like free and clear and concentrating fully on this.
Okay.
And I'm just diving in to do that and give some time to do it because I can always make some extra money if I need to,
You bet.
just using like my HR stuff, etc. But my problem is,
Bet. Good.
if I am working, I can't. I've been in corporates for so long, so if I'm working, can't concentrate on anything else. I'm pretty sure. I think I actually did a craft. I think I actually paid for it earlier in the year and then did nothing. So I'm actually looking for it, and then if I can't find
Okay.
it, I'll do it again. It's fine.
All right.
But
Well, let me ask you, why did you do nothing? That's what's important here because
because
it's our
I was
brains. It's our
in,
brains that screw us up.
yeah, I was in
Why?
that space where I was just kind of like, oh my God, what am I doing? You're a complete idiot. Can't be doing that now.
Yeah, you
So
know
I
what you
was in that
thought? You're like,
space
it's
where I
not going
was
to
just
work
like, you've got
anyway.
to be really,
That's what you thought, right?
yeah,
You're like, it's
yeah,
probably not going to work
yeah.
anyway. What am I doing? Complete idiot. Who am I to think that I could work in the film industry? Something like that?
Well, yeah, exactly. But I keep finding myself in spaces where then I'm asked to do certain things or perform or, galvanize people to create something. And because that's just who I am and that's what I've
Oh.
been doing, all my life, just
That's what you need
not
to be
really engaging
focusing
with
on.
it.
Yes, your
Yeah.
brain, we got to take control of our brains. All of us have to do this. Because if you don't, all of these other thoughts are going to fly into your brain that are going to disprove that you can work in this business. And who's disproving it? Not the world, you. So right now you gave a lot of airtime to what am I to think that I can work in this business? And then you had a couple of thoughts like, well, look at what they keep asking me to do. Look at how creative I am. Look at what I actually love to do, what I'll do all day long. And then you started finding some evidence for I should be doing this. But that only maybe took up a little part of your brain. The other part that's really like driving the whole bus is the other one, because that's what happened when you started before. So all this is we need to learn how to manage our thoughts, manage our mind, and become the witness to our thinking. And then you can have whatever life you want. We spend so much time thinking in a certain way that those thoughts are just like come in our mind. Like, I know corporate, I know I can make money there. But film we build up as being this big, hard, amazing thing that other people can do, but we don't know if we're going to make it there. But guys, you have to know you're going to make it there. I mean, that's going to be required. I'm going to tell you, you got to know you'll be successful in the film industry, and just decide it. If you choose to think this way, you're going to produce new thinking. You're not going to be like, oh, I hope this works, or I'm going to try to get in this year. It's like, what? There's no trying. You are getting in. So does that feel better?
Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing is, the mindset and just going, oh my God, am I too old? This is insane.
Oh, yeah, the too old thing. Oh, yeah, forget that.
Worst thing that happens is I at least did it and I went for it and put everything into it. And
you're still thinking right now, though, that thinking right there, the worst thing that happens is I put my all into it and I went for it. Why are we even thinking that? We're almost planning to be disappointed. And we're like, okay, we want, and it's you, but everybody else here too. That version of this is like, I don't want to go all the way because then I could be disappointed if it doesn't happen. Why are we thinking this? Why are we planning to almost fail already in advance before we've even started? No, we're going to eliminate that. With me, you're going to eliminate that. There's no reason to do that, because you know why? Because you don't want to feel disappointed in the future. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to feel all sorts of things. You're going to feel disappointed. You're going to feel afraid, scared, exhilarated, all the feelings.
Okay, I'm going to make it. So what would you say should be my starting point, Janet?
Do my program. Okay. Just jump in.
All right. Finally do the program.
Just get over there. That's all you need to know. I'm doing the program, doing everything that she says. I mean, you don't have to do everything that she says, but let me know if you're not doing it. And I'll be like, okay, let's see why you're not doing it. And, maybe there's something else that you should be doing. I'll be with you. Look, It's going to be all shoots now, guys. Everybody. It's all shoots. That's where we build a career. So we're going to now be thinking about what we have that we can use on these shoots. So for you can do voiceover. You can be put in the thing as an actor. All right, good. Thank you. So good.
Hi, how's it going?
You have great energy. You've been smiling at me the whole time. Thank you.
Turns out, actually, I invested it. I did the program back in 2016, 2017 area, and I backed out. I'm really excited to be getting back involved with this because I'm really trying to lean into this abundance mindset versus this failure mentality, because that's what happened. That's why I backed out. Okay, so I work at an exhibit over in Denver. It's an immersive art experience. And basically what we do here is there are people that live inside this exhibit, and we are the actors that immerse people in the story of the entire exhibit. We actually, last week, we had a film crew come and interview people in the exhibit about their experience there. And I was there with 2 big monitors on a dolly and all these different cameras and a big light going on. And I'm like, I was like, this has been a familiar setting for me, but then adding this into it, I was like, oh my God, I
need to do more.
I have all these.
I need to do more of this. I need to get into this. I need to make this 100% of the time. Yeah.
And so I did actually, I spoke with the producer. I was like, hi, I even mentioned the program, and she's like, I'm not sure what that is, but I was like, that's okay. And so I said, I want to vector in, I want to figure out how I can do this. And so I'm glad that I at least started again.
Why is there so much disbelief around this? Why did you fail before?
At the time, actually, I wasn't able to keep up with all the information. I got really overwhelmed and I backed out because I couldn't keep up. And so I have a bunch of stuff here written down, but yeah, that's a big reason that I feel like I've been just kind of stuck, is that I didn't think I could do it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's like, it's too much. Like, it's all too much. It's too overwhelming. It's too big. Something like that. What do you think was the, like, if you could say like the main, like one thought that stopped you?
I convinced myself that I wasn't good enough and I wasn't talented enough, and
Yeah.
I would fail. And so I just
Yeah.
kept myself safe. I'm at that uncomfortable phase right now where I need more. I need to give it a shot. So
Yeah. 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 Right. So if we think that we have to get a shot, then when you say that, I need to get a shot, how does that make you feel? To me, I would probably feel urgency. I just need to get a shot. I would feel scared. Like, I got to find something out there to happen for me so that I can make it. There's still a lot of disbelief there because
yeah, like I getting a chance of something and just like, oh, I don't know where that could be.
yeah.
But
All right. So then when you feel fear, now you're trying to create a career from fear, desperation almost. So now you take random shots in the dark. How does that impact you? I bet that it makes you view things through an overwhelmed frame of mind.
oh, 100%.
Do you think that the reason why you thought like I'm afraid of success was because my life will change and I'm not sure if I can handle it?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So when
And
you thought that, then you felt fear again. And
Mhm.
then you would stop and start. You started a program, you stopped the program, you procrastinated probably, you entertained a lot of thoughts about what you don't have or what you're lacking. And what you didn't
Mhm.
do is create new thoughts about what you have to give to the business. So the
Yeah.
result you
Mhm.
created from it's probably not going to work anyway was you made it not work anyway.
Yeah, it resulted in me beating myself up, telling myself that I couldn't do it. And I feel like it's crazy. Like, I don't know, something in the wind, but just recently I've gotten this like confidence again of
Yeah.
why not? Why not give it? Why not? Yeah, give it a shot. Why not try it?
Here's what happened. You got so tired of the other stuff. Your nervous system got so tired of beating yourself up and telling yourself how hard it was that you're like, I got nothing to lose. I'm already in the shit. I'm already in the mud. I might as well now
Yeah.
believe in something amazingly good because that's how it's all going to happen anyway.
It's so good talking to you. And it's honestly like, I remember this from 8 years ago being like, you have this really beautiful way of really getting out of your head and really putting just like really feeling it in your body of like, you have this confidence. And so thank you for reminding me of that.
I can only teach this if I've been on the same path. That's the only way that I can language it is I felt just like that. And I can feel like that in a second too, if I wanted to, because all it is it's entertaining certain thoughts that pull you into the mud. So,
Right.
yeah, I've been through a lot of training. So I think that what is very valuable about Friends in Film is it is the success training of what's actually happening in the way that we're thinking applied towards a film industry. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where are you?
Phoenix, Arizona.
All right. So what do you want to do in the business?
I want to do a screenwriting and producer.
Cool. All right. And what's been holding you back?
Business. I have a cleaning business and families and that's it.
Oh my God, you are so perfect. So you have a cleaning business, you're an entrepreneur, you know how to make money,
Yes, ma'am.
you know how to talk to
Yes, ma'am.
people. Yeah. And you have a family and you're like, okay, I just can't up and leave and go to LA and start my career, right?
I tried. It held me back.
Right. Well, what if you could do it in Phoenix? Start off in Phoenix and then incorporate LA into the whole plan. All you need is an accelerated plan into the film industry, like what to do, to focus on, to implement. You just need implementation. So that's what you'll use this program for. The mindset work, you already got that because you're freaking like hard-headed entrepreneur that does stuff and takes on any obstacle. You're like, I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out. So yeah, you're going to use this
Yeah.
as a shortcut, fast track.
How would that help you? Or I mean,
Yes. you're a writer. You're going to be writing every single day, writing all the time. You're going to be on film sets with other writers. Every film set has got a lot of writers. You're going to find people
with
on
no
these film sets.
experience.
It doesn't matter. No, but who has experience? Everybody's writing all the time. It doesn't mean that when they experience is writing. How you get good as a writer is through writing all the time, and that's how you've experienced. Maybe you didn't sell something yet, but that doesn't mean that you're already a writer. And that's the
Yes,
same thing
ma'am.
with a lot of people you meet on film sets. They didn't sell anything either, maybe, but they've gotten some of their projects maybe made. But you're a writer if you're a writer. So you're going to use being on these film sets to get some DPs and directors, and maybe you direct it, but you find your DPs, you find your sound, you get on sets to
Okay.
see what actually is made. Like right now, you have the perspective, like most of us here that are writers, probably have some writers here, that I'm writing these big, elaborate, amazing stories, but to get it shot would be like millions of dollars. Like the scenes have got too many people in it, they have too many different locations. So you're going to learn professionally how to shoot, to actually write something to shoot it so it can get shot and get made. And that's what you'll get from the
Wow.
being on set, professional perspective. Even when I shot with Brad Pitt, I did
Wow.
this big shoot with Brad Pitt. Brad's like, I want to shoot it up in Carmel. That's where he lives in his little stone house up there. And the production company that was paying for it is like, we're not shooting up there. They actually looked at it. They're like, it'll cost way too much. We're not doing that. So we're like, Brad, come down. We'll give you your several $1 million to shoot in this little valley in Malibu where we can get all of the shots to tell the story in one day. And that's what we did. But it has to be written and it has to be
Yes.
doable to actually exist in the world. So you just need this
Yes.
kind of perspective. I love go-getters, but we're all a degree of go-getter. It's just how we've been talking to ourselves that whether we believe it or not. And then what I do with you guys is help you believe it. So where are you?
Oh,
Are
okay.
you working today? Oh my gosh. What's the badge?
Yeah, I'm working at Amazon right now.
Okay. Hardworking person. Where are you based?
I'm based in Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore is a good place to start. You also got Washington, D.C. So you're going to start in Baltimore. And what do you want to do? You're an actor, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm an actor, but what's it called? I basically started acting just a year ago, and I used to be a musician.
All right. So that didn't
Yeah.
align. Music didn't align. But now you're like, acting is a fit.
I fell in love with acting. Like I didn't even know.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
but,
It's funny
yeah,
that I
no,
looked at you and I knew you were an actor. Isn't that kind of
yeah,
interesting? You didn't even say a word.
yeah.
You said
So
like 2 words. I'm like, you're an actor. That's because actors have energy beaming out of their eyes. They
thank you.
do. You can tell. People can tell you're an actor. That's so cool. Okay. So you're an actor. All right. A new year. Okay. So what have you done so far for your acting?
So honestly, I was taking classes, with courses and stuff, and then I had put it on pause for almost a year because of money. I started a business. I started businesses and stuff. But honestly, like, I really want to be an actor. Like it's not I want to. I'm going to be a successful actor. I really am. It's always been a problem with money.
It's not money.
Now
It's
I'm
belief. It's not money. It's belief. Which is great because if it's money, then it's like, oh, well, this is how much is in my bank account. And which is great because all it is that you just haven't been exposed enough to me and to other people like Akbar, where we can say, okay, yeah, well, let's go. Let's go make a bunch of money and make the whole thing happen because the money is there. The world is there. They will pay you. We just need to focus on the things that make us pay us. And that's what the similar to set jobs will do in the first part of the program. Right. So we'll just go do those in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. And at the same time, we'll be getting what we need to get hired by production in Washington, D.C. National Geographic is in Washington, D.C. But there's a lot shooting in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. So
Yeah.
you'll just follow this plan. You'll use it to make money in addition to Amazon. And you will be getting inside the business as an actor. So people will see you and they will, just like I did, see the acting energy beaming out of your eyes. You'll be talking to them, kid in a candy store on set, and you're going to find opportunities all over. Hey, can you act in my thing? Can you do voiceover for my thing? Just get used to this. Get used to you like producing creative content. it won't be the best. You'll do it the best you can today. It'll get better later.
I am also taking some classes just on my spare time, like every week, every Thursday I take classes with a personal coach that I have.
Okay.
It's on Skype. So yeah, I'm not just putting it away and saying, oh, it's because of money, because I'm still doing what I can, but yeah.
Yeah. But money doesn't hold you back. Just kick that out. Because if you think money holds me back, then you feel
like trapped. Like basically you can't do it because you don't have money.
Yeah, trapped. You're like trapped. And then when you feel, so you're trying to create a career from feeling trapped. So you feel trapped, then you're like, okay, I'll take this class. And I'll sign up for this thing. Should I spend money on this thing? Oh, then maybe you spend money. Like, see, nothing happened there. And now you try something else. So money holds me back, makes you feel trapped, makes you take stabs in the dark, try all the different things. And well, the traditional way is also adding to it because that it's hard the traditional way. You know the difference from the videos. We got to get inside. Anyway, money holds me back, makes you hold yourself back, makes you take stabs in the dark. So then it creates even more disbelief in that this is hard. Like, what am I thinking? We all have different parts of us. There are times that you're just like fucking full speed ahead. And then there's times it's like, I hope this works. I hope this works. So we're going to start taking control of our thinking. We're just going to implement. We're going to get inside the business and be around actors that this is what they do for a living, and get away from the actors that are trying. And I mean, I love those people. I love all actors, but this is a different type of mentality, because all I know is professional. So all I'm going to be talking about with you, professional work, getting inside and getting connected with professionals. That's what's been missing. I worked with this actor. Okay, this actor had done a shitload, like probably 20 years of professional acting. And he was dressed up as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with just his head sticking out. It was awesome. And he was just, God, he commanded that room, man. He would be like, the director would give him some direction. He's like, oh, great idea. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. And then he would do it. He would play with the director, but not as totally as a peer. I need you to see this. It's not like, director, oh, I'll try that. No, it's like, oh, I've been playing with you as a director. That is what is like another level. You got to see it and feel it. And like, I'm saying it here now and you're like, oh, click. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, you need to see it and see how they do that. Cause he was totally like, even when the other actor would say this, he's like, hey, this is my close up now. It's all about me. And he's kind of joking, but at the same time, he's totally commanding the thing, the whole scene, because it's true. We are shooting his performance and he knows it and he's in control of it and he's loving it and he's giving it to us. Like he's giving it to us so that we capture. That's what we paid for. Bringing that is something that you will learn and see and observe. And then you're like, actors can go 20 years never seeing that, never getting that. But that's what they want you to do. How you know you did a great job is you get hired again. Like in the low budget stuff, the student films, they're like, oh, thank you so much. But on professional set, it's like, high five, we did it. Everybody goes home. There's no like, you're amazing. I do give that to the actors when I see it so that they know it, Yeah,
I just needed some clarity a little bit, and yeah, you just gave it to me. So right now, this is really my commitment. Like, this is really what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. Like, regardless of whatever anybody says, even if, there's a strike, I do not care. Like, I'm going to do it.
You got a lot of creating to do. You got a lot of sets. You got to get on there right now. Like, you got to be hungry. Like, they need to be knowing you on set. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, see you inside the program, hopefully. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great Sunday. So awesome. You've just expanded your mind about the film industry. So instead of taking stabs in the dark and trying all these different things, how about you focus 10 months of you working in the film industry with me helping you? That would be our craft certification program. If you're interested in that, go to friendsinfilm.com/join and come in with us. That's friendsinfilm.com/join. I'll see you there.